Still here at Conrad's Cardinal Happy Hour at Conrad's Restaurant and Ale House. Our baseball team here with us, Mike Stockton, Alex Epp, Chandler Ashby. Thanks for coming out here tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, yeah, glad to be here.
Baseball season right around the corner. First game, February 23rd, am I right? How's it looking?
I honestly don't know if that's the right date or not, but it's close. We're getting close, so.
Yeah, you guys ready? I know you guys are coming back, final stretch for you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a process every year, but, I mean, we look forward to the season starting. But I'm enjoying practice right now. We inter-squad a lot, and we got a lot of new guys, a lot of potential this year. So,
Alex, you were a second-team All-American last year, an academic All-American, one of the best players across the country. What made you decide to come back for one final year?
Well, I mean, I can't imagine leaving this place early. I always say it, but the COVID year, my freshman year, it's a blessing that I was able to get that year back and, you know, really have 4, total years of, consistent playing. And I've learned so much from Coach and all my teammates. And I can't imagine just leaving with 1 year left. So it's a pretty easy decision.
And, Coach, I'm sure you welcomed him back with open arms.
It was tough for me to want to have him back, but in the end, I'm glad he's here. No, there have been a lot of baseball players prior to me. There will be a lot of baseball players after me, but these two guys will be a couple of the best that have ever played at Jewel. There's no doubt in my mind.
And I'm glad you bring in Chandler, your second-team all-conference performer last year, set the NCAA era in wins, 10-1 record, best ERA on the team. What are your thoughts going into this next season?
Just try to repeat it, We put a lot of work in the fall and then this early spring to try and be as consistent as possible. So just really looking forward to getting the season started with everybody.
I've heard consistent. You guys, a few of you have said that. Is that kind of what you're looking forward to going into this year, one of the expectations you have?
Well, I'm just pretty cliche-oriented. I think the cliches are very true for a reason, and he's talked about the process, and he's talked about being consistent, and I just, discipline. I think there's just a lot that is true to all of that, and, it's exciting. You want to play the games. It's exciting that the season's coming up, but you don't want it to get here too quickly because, every single day is an opportunity for you to continue to grow and to get better and, perfect your craft. So, you don't want to wish it away too soon because you're going to snap your fingers and, Alex will be an alumni and it'll be gone before you know it. So you want to try to cherish every day of it.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, having the opportunity, every day in practice, I mean, that's big weight room culture. We don't plan on coming back from break. We want to get stronger. We want to get better, improve in the areas that, we were able to see we were weak as a team the year before that and improve on those areas. So, I mean, overall, it feels like there's a different buzz around the team this year. So, I mean, you can't shy away from it. You got to attack the process, and that's what we're doing.
Open up a little bit on what is that buzz. I know you've been around here now for 5 years. Coach, you've been around 23 seasons going into this year. Chandler, it's not your first rodeo. What's it feel like?
I mean, for me, we got a lot of, practices seem like they're so much more intense, more competitive. And we have so many guys that are, really want to buy into this program and compete with one another. And to have that, it raises the level of competition every day. And, you can't take a practice off. And, that's what we're doing right now. And it's exciting to have a team like that.
Chandler?
Yeah, I agree with what he just said about kind of the level of competition, especially with all the new guys we brought in the fall. I think it might be the biggest kind of transfer class that Jewel has ever seen. So just with all those new guys coming in and kind of seeing the way that we do things here at Jewel and getting back to the spring, it's that kind of different feel when you get back, and you're that much closer to those games. Everybody's just really ready to go.
For sure.
Yeah, I think we're creating a lot of depth, and there's more battles at each position more than ever before, and we've got a deeper pitching staff than ever, and more position players than ever. So it's just, I think we're headed in a really good direction.
That's great. Coach, you mentioned the cliches. I heard an interesting story this week and would love to hear you guys expand on it as much as you feel like it. There's a word that the baseball team doesn't like? It starts with a G. I'm going to say it so people know, but it's grind. Why don't we like that word?
It's tough to hear you just say that. You know?
I'm sorry for cursing right now.
Yeah, I haven't said that word in 5 years. So, but you know, we talk about that word, you know, and it seems like G-rind is what we say, but you're not enjoying that. You know, that's something that you don't enjoy. But we enjoy being out on the field. You know, if you can have that mentality of, I don't have to, like, I have to do this. No, I get to do this. Having that mentality, it can change your whole day. And that's what we really try to integrate into all the new players and learning the systems and what we preach, and just getting them to buy into that is big.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think last year coming into, like, as a new guy, as a transfer, that was, if not the one thing that I learned first was don't say the G word. And kind of like Epp said, it's just one of those things when you think about it on kind of a different level, when people say that word and what they're doing is a G-rind, then it's something that they don't want to be doing, but they have to do. And we don't want to have that outlook on baseball at all, because we love the game, and it's something we want to be doing every day.
Coach?
Yeah, I know it's just semantics, but, you know, it really bothered me when I started to hear that something that you're supposed to love is supposed to be a grind. And when I think of the word grind, maybe it's just how I was brought up, but, you know, my grandpa was alive during the Depression, and he told me stories that he worked 7 days a week and worked 12-hour shifts. And, you know, when he finished working for the day, he would his shower was to jump in the pond and, you know, get the stink off of him. Like, that's a grind to me. These guys getting to play the game they love with their best friends, I don't want to hear it. You know, it's so much fun. It's such a blessing. You're going to be on a bus, having a good time, traveling, seeing other parts of the country, getting to play baseball. You say you love this, then why are we going to call this something negative? And
for sure.
That's kind of how that started.
No, love that. No, remarkable. A few more questions for you. What's the pitching staff looking like? I know you probably got your ace there sitting to your left.
Well, I mean, the game really revolves a lot around pitching. So that is the biggest difference in sports, I think. What makes baseball so unique is the pitcher dictates so much. You can run rule a team and then turn around and everybody thinks, oh, you're going to run rule them again. But the pitcher that you're facing can completely control the game. So pitching is a really big deal, and I'm definitely happy that Chandler Ashby's on our team.
Hey, as you guys should be. Well, we'll get you going here. One last question. Our Cardinal social media fan submitted question is, do you guys have, you can go as in-depth as you want, baseball, people know it as a superstitious sport, a lot of routines, a lot of rituals. Are there any you guys have seen, you have yourself, or you feel comfortable sharing?
I mean, oh, sure, I got some. But, I mean, I've used the same gloves since I was in 7th grade, so I'm not getting rid of that. I tape my wrists the same, 3 strips every time. I mean, I wash my socks. You hear that one, but I'll wash my practice stuff for sure. But not really anything large, but this is a little stuff that I have that gets me going. So, yeah.
Cool.
As much as I don't want to have kind of superstitions, because I think it can mess you up in some ways when things don't go right, one that everybody knows on the team for me is before every start, the night before every start, I go and eat Olive Garden. So if you know I'm pitching the next day, you'll know I'll be at Olive Garden the night before. So
any specific meal or just soup, salad, breast?
It's chicken gnocchi soup and chicken Alfredo every single time.
Cool. Very nice. Coach, have you seen any in your years?
Oh, I had a lot of routines and superstitions, and it's like Chandler. It's like you want to say to yourself, I've worked too hard to be afraid to step on the chalk line. Like, you know, you don't want that to happen, but I've had plenty. And probably revolved around 2 things more than anything, Metallica and the number 5. So I've had a lot of superstitions and routines around those two things.
Hey, love to hear it. Well, guys, thanks for coming out. Best of luck this season. It'll come quick. I know we're looking forward to it. And thanks for coming out to Conrad's. We can eat, drink local.